and record it. Okay. Okay, so hello everyone. So welcome you to the commission call of February for OGV. I think in this commission call, there gonna be a lot of concern and also a lot of space for you because this is your first time running Summer Big as a MCVP. So I'm for sure that it's much more struggling and harder than other big, even that you already have one big already, but I'm for sure that some big is very, very different. So we're gonna start today. So for today, first we're gonna do the check-in. Also, let's talk about how you're feeling right now and why, and then you can tag someone. Okay, so let's do the check-in first. Are you feeling chilling, ready to roll, sleeping, or emotional? We can start with someone. Let's start. Direct. No, direct cannot speak now. Let's start with D.
Okay, hello everyone. Do you hear me?
Yes, can.
Okay. So I start this summer pick with ready to roll. But then in Vietnam we affect a lot about the coronavirus. So for me, I think I a little bit worry about the relaxation timeline. If our university don't start to study in the first of March, yeah. So we prepare for it. Yeah, that's it. So
Yeah.
I point Min.
Hi, I feel a little bit sleepy right now. I think your question is how you feeling right now. So I feel sleepy because I didn't get enough sleep yesterday, and right now is at noon from Vietnam time. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, take care.
I'm checking in. I want Kim.
Hello. You choose me, right?
Yes, Kim.
Okay. Let me see. I feel emotional. Because this kind of projection big, and the things I concern right now is like not roll on achieve the GPA. The concern right now is how maintain the operation and how to survive in this season, which season of COVID virus, because the government losing the university maybe for at the end of February and expected to at the end of March. So it's affect a lot in terms of projection. Yeah, so I have so many concern. That's why I feel emotional. So that's it. I'm Kim, MCVP PCSB of ASEAN Vietnam checking in. Then I will choose bro.
Oh, สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawadika. Okay, hello. I'm Paul from Thailand, and today I feel like ready to roll. Actually, finally I have lots of time to do my things because in the past weeks I had lots of summits and visits and one-to-ones and lots of travelings around, and now I can finally just sit in my office or home and just do the work that I have to do. And yeah, I feel like lots of things that I have to do, but at least I don't have to move around. I'm very happy about it. So I'm ready to roll. And next
Cool.
is Iran Big Tui.
Wow. Okay, you remember my name. Okay, so my feeling is I think a mix of a lot of things, but major is ready to roll because I think it's not that serious with in like Vietnam, but for us is like starting to have that kind of issue already. I mean, a lot of EP want to break approval and don't want to go anymore, and also regarding the university, they don't ban it, but like they not recommend anymore. Yeah, so which our key focus is physical marketing also is a fact as well. Then for me is a bit concerning, and at the same time is because now I'm running out of visa for Malaysia already, so now I'm in Vietnam. And then like it's just about like how to and to together with me, which is my MC actor, is how to connect with the team and connect with the network at the same time, and need to perform as well. So that's all. Irene checking in. Sweta.
Another corona. Hi, Sweta.
Another corona. Yeah. I think compared to January, it's more like ready to roll, but then it's still a bit emotional because I think now it's getting a little bit better because now I figure out what do we need to do and like catching up. So it's all right. Like we trying to figure out of what we need to do with digital and how because we expect like all school will suspend, like we expect all school will suspend for a whole semester already. So now we just focus more on how we do digital thing and how we make sure the EP before they apply they are okay, so they won't break approval suddenly. So I think the more I figure out what do I need to do, I am more ready. Yep. So yep. Yes. I said from as in Hong Kong, like OGB. Yep. I will choose. Wait, who else? No one else.
Day of.
Oh, okay.
And Min also. Min Dan.
Mindan. Okay.
Day is your turn.
Yeah, nih. What's up?
Yeah, the question is, what is your feel? How are you feeling right now?
Okay. Okay, I think I'm feeling chilling right now because, and I'm so excited at the same time because I just had one-on-one session with my 26 VP. Oh my God, big commission. And then what I love from them is actually I truly can be able to get a spark of their enthusiasm, excitement, and also spirit to rock the summer peak. And then yeah, somehow it gives me spirit as well. Also, I think I'm very confident with my strategy for this summer peak. Yeah, and I'm ready to work hand in hand with all of my commission in this summer peak. Yeah, my name is Day and I'm checking in.
Hi, Day. Yeah. So I would be the last one. I have a lot of emotion every day. Because at the beginning I also face the challenge that some entity being affected by the corona hingi, and because of that, even so in during my whole term, I need to do planning for the goal for many times. The first time is when we heard the news about MOC, and then right now we heard the news about Corona also. And but at the same time, just if you facing the challenge like this, just not so worry about it, because it's not your fault, to be honest. We just trying to do all of the capacity that we can do and all of the internal capacity that we can, like the internal thing that we can manage, rather than being worried about the external thing. So this gonna be something that I would tell you, and also don't worry too much, because I'm also worried at the beginning, but I think just do the best that we can do. And until the last day, then we didn't know what's it going. One interesting thing about doing OGV is even in the last month or in the last day of the peak, the situation still can be changed. So this is something that I hope that you can keep the positive vibe and survive with me also. Yeah, nice. So for the call today, we're gonna have a check-in. We're gonna have a review about the agenda dashboard in very quickly, and then we're gonna talk about B2C and OGV synergy for February. Next, I'm gonna have time to talk with you about the lead management and lead generation thinking. It's gonna be very quick also. Because I think right now the tracking in the ranking thingy in the network is more important. So this call can have the product head of OGV a lot in manage your network in the second semester. So I will tell you a lot of things that may happen, so that based on that you can see, oh, what can be my solution right now to avoid those things and also to perform the best. Okay, so first let's start with the agenda dashboard. and here, this is the current agenda spot that we are having at this moment. I think that you already see this sometime because I'll send for you in the weekly update. And you also, and if anyone check the weekly update, I also mentioned about some key factors that make us drop in approve and rely in regionally. So the situation is very different among the entity, but the main thing is first, is affected by the timeline. So we are dropped in real life because before that we are dropped in our fruit, and because of that we are doing late in attraction. So even after we doing thing in attraction properly and saving thing, but it cannot save the situation. So this is one of the very important lesson for the summer. Especially you should understand that if in the MC level you are do something late for 1 week, it's gonna be affect to the result in the next 1 month. This is something that I used to experience. So it's very, very important about the timeline. Lead management were one of the biggest bottleneck, but I'm for sure that you learn a lot from the last winter, and it shouldn't be the burden for us in the summer. Some entity have the big scale of a flu, have the pipeline for the winter real life, for the summer real life. One of the factor that we can see right now. However, we are still have a lot of achievement in regionally together. First is the approved to rely is ranking first globally. I think it's not as high as you planned from beginning, but you also did a very good job in this part, especially fixing the situation. The main reason of the entity doing good in approved to rely is actually coming from IR management from the moment of consideration and preparation. So that's it. That's how it's done. So even in the consideration, if we manage the IR properly and set clear expectation, we can manage this kind of thing. Secondly, accept approve also improve a lot. So I think it's also one of the tactic that we are applying. If we using when we do the funnel, we set the very clear expectation for the customer during the process of sign up to apply, and after that follow up after accept very strictly. I see that there are more and more entity in focus to do in sales based on buyer persona. Which this is something very good, because this is something that we are usually missing. But if we understand the buyer persona, and we can do the lead nurturing well, and we can sell the product better, and we are slightly improve in apply to accept. So in the conversion rate, we are improving. This is something that we can take forward so far. Second, right now, it's just a very quick progress on the approve to rely, because I think in this moment, this is the almost the final result for approve to rely in this fixed peak. So in this fixed peak, you can see that yeah, as I always say, the pipeline for rely in the next peak is a common trend that we can see in the realization performance in this fixed peak. And also the second thing from break rely mainly coming from the visa mapping. So there's a lot of changing in the visa that we didn't notice before, and until now it's happened. So there's one GCB that I will share with you about Pakistan. As you know, Pakistan usually face a lot of challenge with approval to rely because of the visa. However, in this fixed peak, they are growing a lot in approval to rely, and the tactic is very simple. Instead of doing visa mapping after EB got approved, we start to do visa mapping for EB from the beginning of the process and before EB apply. And based on that, EB of Pakistan didn't apply for random country or random project, and they improve a lot in approve to rely. Yeah, and the next one is the MC management projection for the real life. So as you can, if you go to the sheet here, which I sent for you, you can also see the approved to rely for this entity, especially the entity that have the link here, which means I have the approved to rely ranking for you, which is IR partner. So I think it's very important for you to review exactly which IR partner is doing good or not good with you in approved to rely, so that you can start to training to set to review the performance and set clear expectations with our partner from now, and educate for your CSB member from now for approve to rely, and also the sales member, because as you can see, approve to rely conversion rate also being affected during consideration process. Next, right now is the peak of finish to complete. So wait. Oh, wait. Sorry. It's going so far. Sorry for the interrupt.
日本の、いや、日本地図で北海道入ってなくてさ。
あ、
あんま知らない。
You are asking something? Oh, wait. Sorry. The Wi-Fi is a little bit slow. Okay. Finish to complete. Here. Yes, so for finish to complete, currently we are, as a region, we are also doing good in finish to complete in globally ranking. However, the situation very different among the country. So for example, as I do the projection, we have in the last week of December and January. No, sorry. In the last week of this is wrong. In the last week of January, we have around 40 relay that's finished. So based on that, right now we are supposed to achieve more than 40% of finished complete. So this is the general projection of the AP. So if you look into your performance, there's something that you can see from the ranking right now is first, most of the entity in the top 10 finish to complete come from the group 3 and group 4. So as I assume, they have a lower volume of the relay and the finish, and because of that, they also do very strong in the network management. Next one, India, Australia, and Malaysia are the entity that do manage finish to complete quite well so far, in comparison to the fact that they have a very big volume, and also the entity that you have the finish to complete below 20%, you should really double check about your the technical problem with SPAR. Are you unsure about the CSP SOP implement in the network? Are you educate for them? Did you tracking and do the projection for the finish complete and educate with your network or not? Because I see that there are some entity that the finish to complete is totally very low, and the rest is so if you want to know whether your finish to complete is okay right now, you should do the projection of approved, rely, and finish. If your finish in the last 2 weeks is for example 40%, so right now you are supposed to achieve 40% of the finish to complete already. So if you are still not achieving this level, then you need to do a very strong review on this part. And the contraction for this month, I know that you need to focus on attraction and prepare for the new network, but at the same time you need to remember that we should finish the feedback very strong. Review the learning from approve to rely in this peak, have a way forward for it, and ensure that the finish to complete is one of your focus KPI from now until the end of March. So the end of March is the last finish to complete, and that's supposed to be happen. So this should be one of the focus that you have also. If you have capacity to manage it, you manage. But if you don't have enough capacity, I suggest that you have one EST to ensure this kind of thing happen, so that we can ensure the request of feedback is well done. Yeah. So that's the exchange dashboard of our performance so far. Do you have any concern for this, or do you want to go to the next part? You can put the concern in the chat. Okay, I will come and check. Yes. So let's go next to Nice. Okay, let's go next to the February checklist. So for the February checklist, the first thing that I would like to mention with you is the actual attraction is already now. So as you learn from the feedback, we need to remember that we should start it now or we'll regret later. Maybe the common thing that I see right now in the network is your network is not ready to start in attraction or even in doing consideration. But you need to ensure that they just start doing it now. And then after they start to do it, we can review and we can have a data strategy. I still remember in my own experience, the first month of summer peak, my whole focus is not doing any kind of strategy, but my focus is ensure every operation is happening and everyone starting doing operation, even my IR partner. So that's the key thing. At first, timeline is the very important part. So I did send for you something in the weekly update about the timeline. As you can see here, most of the entity gonna do approval week in the March and April. However, in AB timeline, I would have some notice for you. The week 2 and week 3 of February, which is right now, is the deadline to kick off attraction. So if you haven't kicked off the attraction now, you're gonna be super late. So just start it and just start it now. Recruitment deadline. So some entity you still doing the recruitment and you still in the process of recruitment. So the best scenario is it should be done now. And the campaign for recruitment only happen for 4 weeks only. So there's no reason for us to make the recruitment taking so long, because it's gonna be affect to the attraction timeline also. This is something that most of the entity in the feedback that we are facing. Recruitment timeline affect to the attraction timeline, and then no member, no result, and no approval. So this is not shouldn't be something that happen. If you are facing something with the corona thingy and you cannot do recruitment, and you need to start a recruitment right now, my suggestion is we do recruitment and attraction in different channel, so that we can not so messing around and not create too much confusion for our customer. And also approval hackathon should be start to be to plan from now. So instead of planning for our hackathon in March, as you can see that IGV already starting to set the application already, and because of that we should start to working on the approval hackathon planning with the IGV partner. So that's it for the timeline. And what to manage, you have external timeline, university timeline, holiday, this kind of thing happen, and internally you have recruitment timeline, operation timeline, and SOB timeline. And after you review all of this timeline, you need to ensure that your E2E timeline should be happen very well. And if you have any adjustment in E2E timeline, it's very important that you need to inform your IR partner, because right now IGV side they are quite confused about what OGV is doing first, and if the case of corona happen or something, is there any adjustment in the timeline, is there any changing in the goal from OGV side that IGV should know. So it's very important for you to confirm with your IGV partner right now and keep them updated every week, so that we can working thing out together. Yeah, for the timeline. Okay, so for some conduction from RO, beside the thing that I just told you about the timeline, you need to ensure that your MCDB marketing on board on the lead to asset.org, so that at the end of February, we can start to have the result of sign up, and we can start to do the tracking in the next week, so that in the next commission call, I at least can have the data to get about what marketing is doing, and then you can know how to support the marketing and OGV can synergy better. And also the example of with asset campaign is not ready now. The thing is, to be honest, the thing is no one is ready with a good campaign of with asset. So I will collect the GCB and also trying to create some example for you about the campaign, so that in the next week I can talk with marketing more detail about this part. But in this moment, everyone just start to do things and just try it out, because no one know how it should be done if you don't try it. Yeah. And as a product head, it's very important for you to manage all of the stakeholder, because as a product head, you may not need to involve in detail thing, but you need to ensure all of the stakeholder from marketing, EST, LCVB, IR partner, everybody doing on the same timeline. Yeah. So that's it. And in February, the thing that we should do right now is don't be so stressful for the result, because right now what we are striving to do for February is you do it and then you track it so that you can review, and after you track and review, you can know, okay, what could be the way forward for the next month, what could be the adjustment in the planning that we want to do for the next month. So this month gonna be like learning, keep revising the process and doing things on time. Okay, so for the SOB checklist, I know that when you check in the SOB for attraction, we are doing, we don't have a lot of checklist like re-attraction, because re-attraction is very, very important, right? So the thing is, our region currently doing quite okay in re-attraction. However, in attraction, even the checklist is not a lot, but it needs a strong routine. So routine in implement SOP is the key for attraction and consideration. In this period, marketing gonna focus on offline attraction and online attraction, also product tracking with the product people. So from the offline attraction, there are checklists of what you need to align. MC, LC or timeline align. LC physical schedule is well managed and aligned with MC. MCLC campaign need to be aligned also. Promotion material aligned. So my experience is, if MC and LCE align in the offline attraction and in the way that we are doing the campaigns, the result gonna be multiplied many times rather than they do things differently. So I think that this is something that you should mention with your LCVP, because right now the LCVP like remember about the time that you become LCVP for the first time. You are super excited, you want to do a lot of things, you are super innovation, but at the same time you are didn't know what is the right thing you need to do. And because of that, we are at MC, we need to ask them to ensure that even no matter what new innovation they have, they need to align thing with MC, because this is very important. And online attraction, digital campaign kick-off, channel management, customer support is ready in place. Marketing funnel tracking and report is ready. And also for the product tracking for OGV and marketing, we need to do the tracking together. So please be the best friend of each other, because you are one of the most important synergy in the whole MC team. What is the thing that product head need to do? Timeline management, as I told you. And the thing is, maybe we cannot manage the time, but we need to manage the stakeholder and the focus at that time to be happen. And do not allow anything to be late. Stakeholder management, network management. At the same time, you need to manage need to do the lead management, lead generation strategy. Lead management is how you can manage lead. What is the customer relation management system that you gonna do in the entity? I see that there are some entity in the fixed peak. You allow the LC to manage the lead in their way, and then when the result is not going well, and you track in again, and you realize that, oh, actually your LCVB don't know how to do lead management and they don't track it. So it's very important for us to educate for them from now. Lead generation strategy is about you review the funnel with the marketing people, and from that you can see how we can ensure the lead generation strategies happen right now, from what kind of source of lead that we can get right now, online, offline, or the old lead, or any kind of way of lead generation. And also in the upcoming month, I think the lead conversion optimization strategy is very, very important. So and also tracking, ranking, and reviewing. So right now, list management and list generation is very, very important for you, and you need to start to do track and tracking from right now. So so right now, I would like to know that if do you have anything or any challenge in SOP implementation that you are facing at this moment that you want to ask? You can put in the box chat, or you can wait so that I can know. I will turn off the wave. Okay. Okay, cool. So, lead management. Okay, in the lead management and lead generation, what's gonna happen? So right now, I will tell you about every single thing that may happen for you in this big, so that from that you can think about how you can have a solution in advance. The way that we manage things as a product head is we need to foresee what's gonna happen, and from the thing that we foresee what's gonna happen, we educate and equip for our network to be ready, so that when that thing happens, we already plan for it. So I would say that right now there's something that may happen that you need to do the review and check up with yourself. First, when do you expect to get the sign up for marketing? Because usually if marketing kick off attraction, it may take at least 2 weeks for them to get the result of sign up. Usually customer gonna wait for like viral content, viral video is launched, and then content is launched, this kind of thing is launched. So after marketing launch the viral content and thingy, after that 2 weeks, we're gonna start to have the sign up. Then what you're gonna do in this 2 weeks so that you can ensure the number of sign up is enough for you. And because usually in the first round of sign up, don't expect that all of the sign up is the right tag and the right sign up that you want, and it's the right target, because marketing also need to learn on how to do attraction to the right people. So the first round of the sign up usually the sign up that not in the target. Maybe the volume is a lot, but it's not the one that we can convert. Maybe there's some changing in the timeline that we need to change the target customer, and because of that, in this period, it's very hard for you to do lead generation. And also, as I see in the in your planning, most of you planning that you want to have 5% to 10% of your total approval goal in this month. Then how you can manage to have approval when you can see clearly that the attraction and the marketing and the startup is gonna take a lot of time. The second thing that you need to keep in mind is whether your network is start to working from right now, because when summer peak is very different from the winter. When you first onboard, your LCVB already know what to do, and because of that, even in the first month you don't track them, they still do things based on their routine, and you still have some result. You still feel happy because you don't do anything in the first month, but you still have the result. But however, the first month of the summer is very different. Right now, the LCVB, they are totally don't know anything. To be honest, they are just a team member, right? A team leader right now. They are just finished the team leader, and they have the first time ever being LCVB. And because of that, they need a lot of guidance from us, and they don't know how to manage the TM to make things happen. And next, whether your sales capacity in the whole network is strong and ready right now. Because as I told you last time in the reattraction, we need to do the sales audit, and from the sales audit, we can understand about the sales capacity of the whole network. Usually, your sales capacity have to be strong before the timeline before the peak of sign up is coming. So for example, as I see, there's a lot of entity that you have a lot of sign up. However, the sales capacity is not ready, and because of that, you cannot convert the people. And we need to have a solution for this kind of thing. So sales capacity need to be strong on time with the time that you have the sign up. And also review with your marketing about the conversion rate of startup to apply, because it can tell you a lot of things about the target customer, is it correct or not. And also for the lead management thingy, it's very important for you to ensure everyone have the same way of tracking, manage the lead, and using the same system. So most of the time I recommend you to use SBAR. However, if your network is not ready to use SBAR to tracking things, then you can have a temporary solution, but it's not the final. It's not, like, just keep in mind that it's not the final solution. Okay, it's just temporary, so you can at least ensure that you don't shift the network to asset.org too fast, but at the same time you still can manage the lead and get the result. So these are the things that may happen for you during the time. Right now in February, what you need to ensure is you need to ensure your network working hard. You need to ensure that they have a strong routine, and you need to ensure that the basic capacity is ready. So this is a very important thing in February. I'm for sure that this is not the time for strategy yet. So please be mindful about it, and please be patient with your LCPP. Okay. So based on that logic, in this February, the thing that you keep in mind is marketing and OGV synergy. Understand about the operations of marketing and the current capacity of marketing in terms of human resource, in terms of planning. Are they ready to get the startup or not? Because also marketing team, they need the time to build up capacity to get it stronger. And so the transparency in the timeline. My suggestion is and so the check-in and the check-out of your daily work with marketing, so that both of you can synergy and keep each other accountable with the network. In the network, it's very important that you ensure the transparency in the timeline. The CRM system will well educate and ensure that the O2O with your LCPB should be done at least every 2 weeks. So, and also in the list management thing, let's start to do the reconvert, because I'm for sure that a lot of you have a lot of startup that they drop out in the last week. So it's better that you can start to see how you can get enough source of lead until now, and then working on the lead nurturing plan with your marketing to nurture the old customer. Also gather your network to contact the old customer and then reconvert them while we are waiting for the sign up. So list management for you in the February, which means if you can manage the network in February, you can do the lead management, because you are not the one contact the customer. And if you want to manage the network right now, manage marketing, manage the LCVB to perform well, and ensure that everyone is on the same page about the short of the lead that you're gonna get is very, very important. And then when you already have done the routine with the marketing, and when you already done the routine with the LCVB, get everyone on track, and so everyone is well educated, every timeline is well communicate, and so that everyone have the direction on where they can get the lead, on how they can manage the lead. Right now we need to start to do the tracking and reviewing. So for marketing and OGV, something that you need to review every week, or even for product head, you need to review every day. The whole marketing and sales funnel. Second is the sign up target profile, because it may different, or it may changing, or it may showing something that is not in your plan. In the re-attraction, review the timeline of attraction and consideration. Especially, let's see that whether do you have any adjustment in the timeline. Can you pull back the timeline to make it sooner? Is your network ready to pull back the timeline? Even if you forcing everyone to do things sooner, but if your network capacity is not ready, then is it possible to pull back the timeline? Or what's gonna be the thing that you need to communicate with IGV people about the timeline? And also, very, very important, the deadline for you to have the sign up and applicant. So in this moment is because this is the period of lead generation. So sign up and number of applicants and also conversion rate of sign up to apply is the key KPI that you need to discuss with each other in February so that you can understand whether your lead generation strategy is working good or not. And then in the network, in the LCVB, what you need to track, you need to track the whole national funnel, right? After you track the national funnel, you need to track the LC funnel for the entity that you have like 20 LC and more, like Indonesia or India, or in the India or MOC. I suggest that you can focus to track 80% of your key result, key player that giving you the result. However, for the entity like Indonesia and India, if you have two big commission, you can do O2O with them one time every quarter. However, in the monthly and also in the bi-weekly O2O, you can let it for your EST. You can everyone here, you can recruit the EST from the last week and ask them to support you in O2O with the LCVB, and from that you can have a checklist of what they need to check in the O2O with LCVB and what is the thing that we need to support them, for example. So you can, at least you can understand and strictly follow the capacity of the whole network right now. Then after you tracking the LC funnel and you understand every LC funnel, you need to see in what is the green flag and red flag LC every week, so that, and especially in the first few weeks of the week, all of them gonna give you the red flag all the time. And red flag here, which means if you do the exchange, the goal funnel, the goal set up from the beginning, and then the LC cannot achieve what they are planning, then you need to guide for them on, okay, based on this part, how we can do the adjust the goal and the timeline again, and how we can ensure that we make sure that even we adjust the timeline and the target of every month, we still achieve the total goal on time. So usually your LCVB gonna set goal very high in this moment, but their capacity is not enough to achieve. So you need to track them every week about which entity is green flag with the goal and which entity is red flag with your goal. Also, when you're tracking the national funnel, you can see that which conversion rate in the whole funnel in the green flag and which one is the red flag. And from that, you figure out which LC it contribute to the green flag or which LC contribute to the red flag conversion rate. Because sometimes your LCVB, because most of the time, maybe your one of the KPI in your entity is very green. However, you think that, oh, this conversion rate is doing good nationally, so I don't need to track it. However, if you track into the performance of every LC, you can see very clearly that only one or two LC is doing good in this conversion rate. The rest is not doing good. So it's not a good performance of national in general. Your national funnel only good if on LC perform the same, almost the same number in that KPI. But if the gap between the good and the bad LC is very far, then sometimes on national red flag or green flag is not the correct number. So you track into every LC contribution and you track into every single KPI and you have them to review the funnel. Because in this moment, again, your LCVB only look into number of approval or sign up, and they gonna be panic because they don't have any approval or any sign up. So it's your role to guide for them that how they can look into the funnel. And from they look into the funnel of every LC, they can figure out what state they are doing good, what state they are not doing good. And from that, you can give them the suggestion. Okay, so if this conversion rate is not doing good, then what usually the factor that affect to this conversion rate? And from that, let them review on themselves. Okay, so from the 10 factor that I list down for you, do you think what is the root cause that you are facing? And from that, you're guiding for them on create a solution by themselves. And if you can teach for them very detailed in the first month, and for sure that they can do it by themselves in the next whole 12 months. with the so it's very important for you to guide for them on how. And then one of the things that I suggest you to do is you do the LC ranking. So in the LC ranking, you ranking the number of every state in the customer flow. So for example, I want to for example, sign up to apply is one of the conversion rate that you want to force your commission to perform more and more, right? So if you want to force this KPI to happen, you should do the ranking of every LC in that conversion rate, and from that in the commission call every week, like I recommend that you have commission call every week. In every week commission call, you show for them, okay, in this KPI we are improving in set up to apply, and which LC is doing good in set up to apply, and from that you can ask them to share the GCB, and also you can look into the LC that they doing not good in set up to apply, and you can figure out what is the main factor that affect, because sometimes the factor affect to the whole national funnel gonna come from LC, because they don't know how to do things. But sometimes it's not come from the LC, but it come from the direction of MC. So it's really important for you to review the conversion rate and the number of every state by every LC, so that when you do the ranking, you can understand the context very, very detailed. And also, you should show for them for the IR thinking. So E2E ranking is very important also. Why? Because if you plan that you send 10 for them and you distribute LC to LC goal, however, if you see that if there any LC they are start to send more applicants for one IR partner that out of the plan, or is there any LC that send less than applicant number than you already planned, then you need to look into every single LC and figure out how they can improve the LC partnership from with that part, and it can generate for you a lot of insights so that you can talking with marketing to see how we can improve the E2E campaign strategy. Yeah, because sometimes marketing they can just do things, but they don't know exactly where's the root cause. So product head need to figure out the root cause. It come from the way that we are doing marketing attraction campaign, or is it come from LC? And what is the number that we can try in this moment to, or what is the tactic that we can try in this moment to support the LC to make them grow? And also ranking the process time of LC. In this KPI, I don't know how you can do the ranking for the process time, but I mean, you can try to figure out some way of tracking the process time or using SBATU maybe, but pushing process time can pushing the conversion rate. This is something that I already experienced in my old MC experience and also LC, because I see that if you improve process time, of course conversion rate gonna improve. And this can be one of the tactics that you give direction for your LCVP, so that they can know, okay, if they want to improve certain conversion rate, they need to improve process time, for example. Yeah, so in this moment when you already do the review and tracking and ranking, it's the time for you to start to boosting the LCVP. So you need to set a deadline for yourself that at the end of this February, all of your LCVP and their function have to be super strong, so that in March, as you can see, everyone gonna do approval, everyone gonna boosting for the approval. Then your LCVB capacity need to be super ready, so that in March they can perform operation very, very well. And then from that, in March you can start to implement the strategy, because your strategy cannot implement if the network is not strong right now. So how you gonna boosting the LCVB capacity? They're gonna be three things that you need to keep in mind in every third ball that you are doing with them. First is the leadership. Don't forget this part. It's very, very important. And you know it's very important, but maybe you didn't see how it affect to the whole result. So for example, deliver a list pay for your LCVB. In this period is very important for you. Why? Because you can have them to connect the experience they have in the last 1 month or in the last 2 months of LCVB experience with the leadership development quality, and from that you can gather them. Okay, if they want to boost the performance, it's not come from management only, but it needs come from how they treat the people, how they treat the function, how they empower the function to work with them. Also, don't teach for them on do the thing of team leader, but you need to teach for them on how they can guide for a team leader to perform. So I assume that all of you here used to be LCVP. So using the experience that the experience that you can empower the team leader to perform by themselves without touching the micromanagement, use that and teach for your LCVB. Because right now your LCVB usually have a tendency that they're gonna be super micromanagement, or they gonna not doing anything because they can see, oh, I don't do anything, my TL do it all for me and I still have the result. This is gonna happen, I'm for sure. So you need to teach for them on this part, and also guide for them about the role of LCVB again and again. I suggest that you should do the LC visit in this period of time, especially for your key player. Or maybe you can have the call between you and the whole function. It's very tiring, right? Yes, I know. But if you do but if you do it now very detailed, then you don't need to worry in the next month. So that in the next month you can super focus on strategy. So my suggestion is you need to understand what is the situation of the function in every LC, because sometimes LCVB they say they report to you that, oh, I'm boosting a lot for the result, but my team leader is lazy, everyone is making skill and they're not doing things, only me doing things. So your LCVB gonna saying this. I see a lot of things. I see a lot of case like this part before, but the fact is, it's not because the team leader don't do things, but the way of the LCVB they guiding for the team leader is not correct, or they don't show for the team leader how to do things, or they just pushing for the number and don't care about the development of the team leader or the member, and why we need to strive for the same goal. Yeah, and because at the end of the day we are not strive for the growth of OGB because we want to have more salary, and we also don't want to have like more fame or something. We are doing here because we do Isaac. That's basically something that you need to keep reminding for your LCVB to always back to the core before they want to do anything. Second thing, product management knowledge. Ensure transparent in timeline, funnel review, O2O, LC visit, teach for them how to manage a product as a product head. So I usually ask them to think that, okay, if you are MC right now, what you gonna do? So they can open their mind more and they can think about more strategy than just being a LCPP. So for example, I would say I used to ask one of my LCVP that, okay, do you think in this situation, what MC gonna do to support the performance? So from that moment when I asked the question, they start to think at the MCVB, and they realize that actually, if they collaborate with other LCVB in the region, if they collaborate with other LCVB that having a good K practice, they can do something together. So for example, they can host a learning circle together without my involvement, without MC involvement. They can share the GCB of with each other without my involvement. They can have each other to do the sales audit, because the sales audit is not something that only MC can do, but MC need to teach for LC to do the sales audit. And from doing the sales audit, the LCBB, they can do the sales audit together, and they can deliver the training together. So this is something that already happened in my turn, for sure. And the LCBB, they do it all by themselves because they learn from each other more than they learn from me, to be honest. And they learn from ABC more than they learn from me, to be honest. And capacity building, here, very important. As I told you that what do you need to train for them? If you don't know what to be capacity for your LCBB, let's check the last commission call. I have the topic that you need to deliver for them so that they can deliver for the team leader. And if you cannot do it physically, you do it virtually. And at the same time, let's deliver the ongoing training. Instead of telling them that, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to boosting people to do things, instead of telling them you need to be more hardworking, and instead of telling them that you are lazy or something, you need to show the LCB how to do things, because it's not about that the LCBB don't do things. When they are applying for LCBB, they have a strong motivation, but the struggle they're having right now is they don't know how to do. So it's your role is to be patient, showing for them step by step on how to do things, and you need to put double effort than any person, any LCBB or any people if you want to grow them. Because if you grow them now and if you train for them now, I'm for sure again they're gonna grow and they're gonna perform by themselves in the next month. And also this is one of the reasons why in February in my term I recommend them to go to ABC. Why? Because I know that in the capacity building and in the whole experience of leadership development, if you keep telling them that, oh, you need to develop leadership because leadership is important. I mean, everyone know about it. But how you can teach for them and how you can create the opportunity for them and the experience for them to develop leadership is the role of the product head. And you give them the experience, give them the opportunity, they go there, they learn it by themselves, and then after they learn it by themselves, by talking, by learning, by interact with other LCBB in the region, and then they can develop. Yeah, so that's all. If you have any thing no want to know about the sales audit, you can check the last commission call also. I think that's all for the call today. And do you have any notice or do you have any concern that you want to ask me more about manage your commission in this moment in the February? You can text with me in the chat. Wait. Let's share something. Let's share about the challenge that you are having with the LCBB that you have right now in the commission, so we can see how we can support them. Some people you may can start to share. Maybe oh, Paul. My challenge now is that the VP don't know how to delegate work to their member and do too much by themselves. Yes, correct. I see. Is there anyone facing the same thing? Sweta, Kasu, or Fatima? Yes, same. I need to manage ASD, interact with my sibling. My ASD not so strong. Okay, I will teach for you how you can teach for your LCBB so that they cannot micromanagement. How I teach for my LCBB at that time is I have a work day with my LCBB and I engage in the job of my LCBB. So I say, okay, imagine that if right now I will be the LCBB for one day. You tell me everything that you need to do, everything that you need to manage right now. And you tell me exactly what is the thing that you talk with the with the team leader. So I ask them to tell me what is the thing that talk with the team leader and how they ensure the work is get done. So usually they're gonna say that, oh, my team leader didn't do this, so don't I don't perform, or I cannot push them to do things. So I will ask them, okay, what is the exactly thing that you told them? And when they told me the exactly thing, I figure out that, okay, usually your LCBB also boosting the team leader after they boosting because they have super pressure with the result. And right now when I doing the agenda manager for ABC, I realize that a lot of LCBP they give me the input that, oh, I'm really stressful right now, I don't know what to do, I have a lot of work right now. I need to handle EB team. I need to handle the function, and I have a very big goal. My MC keep pushing me. My MC are also very stressful. So after I reading this, I think when you talk with the LCB, you don't pushing them, but you talk with them and you figure out how they can teaching for the LCBB. So I tell them it. So I do the job for them. Like for example, like lead by example. I tell them that okay, in this situation, instead that you're telling them that oh you don't track the people, then I will do in a different way. I will teach them that in this situation, I gonna do this. So I gonna show my team leader that how I do the lead management and how I gonna review the lead management, what is the routine. And from that, I let the team leader to perform. After the team leader perform, 1 week, I'm gonna review with them, appreciate the good thing, and I review the thing that we still can improve. And then I keep doing that for many times. And from doing that, your FCB, and when I saw when I teach my FCBB about that very detailed thing, they start to aware about what they need to teach for the team leader. And actually this is really need time to change, but my suggestion is don't boosting your LCBB. I know you are pressure, but if you boost them, they're gonna be more pressure. So instead of pushing them, showing them how to do every single thing very detailed, very little minor things, and be patient. My challenge is yeah, so I hope that this can work for you. I need to teach for my LCVB how to become a how to perform as LCVB like almost the whole 2 months, first 2 months, and talk with them and deliver this kind of list pay, a lot of list pay for them. Doesn't know how to track member. Okay. So, okay, this is something that if your VB doesn't know how to track member, I think that the same. You need the thing is, I think your LCVB don't know how to track the whole funnel and they don't understand the role of the product head. They just come from the background of or marketing or sales or CSP, and they only know about the job they do in that part, but they don't know that as a product head they need to look at the whole funnel together. And if every step in the funnel is not working, then they need to give solution or tactic to make it to get the job getting better. And the role of LCVB is giving the cool and very simple tactic but very effective so that they can improve the implementation. So from that, I think you can teach for your LCVB on how to track the member from this part. And I don't know. I think the best way you put yourself in the LCVB situation. I like remember about how when you were LCVP, how you did the tracking or thingy, and guide for them, and teach for them. If they don't know about marketing, teach for them about marketing. If they don't know about sales, teach for them about sales, and teach for them about the logic. Especially, they don't need to know how to do exactly every operation, but they need to understand. Okay, if they want to manage marketing, what gonna be the factor that they need to manage? What if they want to manage the sales capacity? What is the factor in the sales management they need to do? Yeah. Yeah, I see. So yeah, I think most of us facing the same challenge. And from this, just be patient, have a working day with them, sit down with them, become the LCVB for 1 day, lead them by example, show them how. That's it, and keep doing it. If your LCVB have a lot of things to do right now, they need to execute the operation, right? And they need to fulfill the EB role and everything. I think in this period, again, is everything gonna go back to list pay. In this period of time, there's some LCVB tell me about, oh, I cannot manage because I need to be perform the EB project. the MC commission project and execution, the implementation, manage the function. So I do the list pay for them, and I teach for them how they can do the same management. They cannot manage everything every time, but how I teach for them is I ask them to list down the 10 things they need to manage. And from that, I ask them, okay, which is the thing that they can delegate? What is the thing that have to be they doing it? And if usually they say, oh, I don't trust my team leader, or I don't trust my someone, then we teach them to trust each other and teach them that they should only focus on 3 things, and the rest they need to see how they can delegate for the member. So for example, in the past when I was LCVB, I need to deliver the team bonding, right? Because team bonding is important. Like you hanging out, you playing, but it's very good in connection. So I don't do it because I think I don't need to. It doesn't need to be me to do it. So I delegate for my team leader to do it. For example, yes. So I think that's a most of the challenge that we might face. Be patient, as I told you, is the key. And so if you have further concern, you can let me know. Right now, the conduction after this call is you need to ensure the capacity, the basic operation, the routine is ready. And then after February, everyone is your capacity, your network have to be strong so that in March you can start to get the result. In March, I will talk with you about more strategy, more thing that you need to manage. But from right now, very simple. Manage your network and manage your basic operation to get it done first now. And that's it for the commission call today. Yeah, sorry for the Zoom thing. So it's delayed 10 minutes in our schedule. Do you have any other, if you have other concern, you can text me, but if you don't have, then you can open your mic and you can say goodbye or something. And see you in the next commission call. I will send for you weekly update with a lot of things.
Okay, thank you, Nick. Goodbye or something. Bye, bye, bye. Take care, guys.
Bye bye. Take care, guys.
Bye bye. Thank you, Ni.
Thank you, Ni,
Bye.
and good luck for us. Thank you, Ni.
Bye. See you.
Bye,
See you.
Ni.
Bye.
Ni, can you share access to the file?
This one, the commission call.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, Ni, I have a question.
Yeah.
We finished already the sales audit.
Yes.
Yeah, so what are the next steps that we have to do, like, if ever? So we can, like, create already the topics, right?
Yes. You create a topic and you create the education cycle. So maybe, for example, if everyone facing the challenge in questioning skill, then you need to add your EST to host webinar training for questioning skill. But if you see that some of your SCVB have some certain bottleneck, then you can do it in the O2O. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.